are just about ready to go here from the Milwaukee Panther Arena in downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The 2026 MASL Ron Newman Cup playoffs. Tom went along with Art Kramer here field side as the two teams ready to battle it out here, the Milwaukee Wave and the Baltimore Blast. Baltimore the number 2 seed during the regular season. Milwaukee number 3. Teams played 4 times during the regular campaign. Baltimore winning twice in Maryland. Milwaukee winning twice right here at Panther Arena. Let's send it down to Van McNeil along with Henry Amini.
Keeping an eye on today, Henry.
That's right. First for the Blast is the newcomer forward, number 31, Kevon Frater. The Jamaican has registered a point in every contest against the Wave this season, and in all contests, he has scored 27 points, while scoring 2 of those in his previous games here at Panther Arena.
A player to watch for the Baltimore Blast tonight, forward number 31, Kevon Frater. Who else for Baltimore, Henry?
Yeah, also a player to watch for Baltimore, number 28, goalkeeper Julian Rodriguez. The Queens, New York native is 4th in the league in save percentage with a .701 mark and has led the league in total wins with 13.
All right, another player to watch. Keep an eye on the Baltimore Blast. We know this is going to be a tough game. Both sides, I would imagine it's just going to be a battle all the way through.
Right, as it always is, Van.
Now, for your Milwaukee Wave, your players to watch, let's keep an eye on number 24, midfielder, Mr. Mighty Max Ferdinand, as we refer to him in the incredible showing last week's round 1 matchup with the Empire Strikers, securing a hat trick in the second game while scoring the game winner in the knockout round. Keep an eye on Mighty Max Ferdinand, midfielder, number 24 of your Milwaukee Wave. Also, Mr. Oscar Flores, forward, newcomer of the Wave, the league's frontrunner for newcomer of the year, ending the regular season with 26 goals and 10 assists. A difficult player to defend, one of the most experienced veterans here. Keep an eye on number 16, Oscar Flores. You ready for this one, Henry?
Yes, Van, I'm excited.
We hear Baltimore in one ear over there. We see Mighty Max Ferdinand giving some due diligence to his old team over there and some good sportsmanship. Tom, Art, this is going to be a good one. Back up to you.
No doubt about it. It's going to be a good one here tonight. And, AK, as we look at this series, a couple of pretty evenly matched teams. How do you see it coming into this one?
Well, Tom, to quote the band Bon Jovi, it's all the same, only the names have changed.
Excellent point. So Baltimore, along with Kansas City, arguably our 2 longest rivals throughout the years, throughout a few different leagues. But one thing you can almost count on in the history of the MASL is that either Baltimore and Milwaukee, or Milwaukee and Kansas City, or both will be featured on the postseason menu card. This year, Wave did not play Kansas City, but of course we're going up against Baltimore, and this will be the 12th time that these teams have ever met in a postseason series, dating back to the turn of the century, which was the first time they had ever met in the postseason. Goes back to the 2001-02 season. The Blast has won 7 of the 11 games or series. They lead 14-8 as far as the actual games, with an 8-6 record here in Milwaukee. And the last time these teams met in the postseason was in 2023 in the semifinals of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs, just like this is a semifinal series, a best of 3. Both games were played in Milwaukee due to scheduling conflicts in Baltimore, and lo and behold, AK, it's deja vu all over again. Both games will be played here in Milwaukee due to scheduling concepts in Baltimore, but hopefully it won't be, for Wave fans, not deja vu as far as the results.
Yeah, if you remember back to that series, one guy who was a thorn in the Wave side was number 17, Jamie Thomas. And Jamie Thomas is not with the Blast here now. The other guy that was a thorn in the Wave side was Max Ferdinand, and thankfully for Wave fans, Max is on our side now.
And Max certainly put his stamp on the game the other night, games 2, and then the knockout game here against the Ontario Strikers, when he had the hat trick in game 2 to enable the Wave to win, help the Wave win 7-5, that enabled them to tie up. Baltimore is making its playoff debut here tonight. They got a bye in the first round. So here they are. And, you know, AK, for all time, we've talked about, well, is it better to get a bye? Is it better to keep playing? You never know until the results of the series.
Yeah, we'll know after about the first 10 minutes because if the Blast come out slow, the fans will say, oh, well, it's because they were off and they didn't play. And if the Wave comes out slow, then it'll be, oh, the Blast have rested, so it's helping them. So you create whatever narrative you want, and I guess we'll see whether we should believe it or not.
Seeing is believing, and the Wave and their fans believe in this team. The Blast and their fans believe in their team. Here we go. Milwaukee in the black and yellow uniforms going right to left as we face the action. Mario Alvarez chipping in the zone as he goes for Oscar Flores, battling to the near side with the defender Omar Sila. Back for Alex Steinwasser. Alex having a good postseason thus far as Flores turning shot.
Oh, Flores tried to hit that first time. He took a touch. He probably should have tried to hit that first time.
William Bunaheny getting the start in the goal for Milwaukee. Gets the pass through to Flores. Oscar circling around looking for support. Fires a shot, and Julian Rodriguez able to get a piece of it. I'm not sure that was on target, but he got a piece. And now Flores reaching back off balance, knocks it up into the stands.
And you remember the last two times these teams played, everything Oscar Flores, the Wave target man, hit went in the goal.
He had the hat trick in that matchup. That was a 10-9 Wave overtime victory here back on March the 22nd. Blast was led by Chad Porch, who was able to find the back of the net 4 times for the Blast. Centering past the middle, Stuart Grable, the veteran defender, knocks it away, but comes right out to Marco Nascimento. He'll play it to the left to the aforementioned Chad Porch. Alejandro Chavez with it, now drops it back. It's knocked into the zone. Javier Steinwasser able to get it from Kavan Freider. Correa at midfield, attempting to get it. Now Max Ferdinand could be a potential break for the Wave. Max lays it off far wing, a little too far for Grable. And it's knocked out of play. And I believe it's going to be top of the arc restart for the Wave.
Well, restarts are going to be most likely a big part of determining this series. So the Wave with the first really good opportunity, as you said, top of the arc.
Rich Grady, Josh Wilkins, our officials assigned by the MPSL for tonight's game.
The veteran Rich Grady has been around a long time, got a lot of experience in these type of games.
One of the best in this league, as they will touch it in Sanchez, and that play certainly didn't evolve the way the Wave was hoping. One thing we've certainly seen in Baltimore over the year, their restart defense is usually superb. So probably going to have to mix it up a little bit in the restarts to try to create some opportunities. Mario Alvarez running down the middle, can't get it. Max Ludwig gets it back. Sanchez will fire one up, and Julian Rodriguez makes the save. Julian Rodriguez, the third-year pro, second year with the Blast, out of St. Joseph's University in Brooklyn, New York. And Julian has really come on, especially in the second half of this season, to give the Blast tremendous goalkeeping and the back of their defense.
You mentioned the restarts. Not a lot of time to take more than one touch, as you saw Sanchez try to do on the first one.
Bennett will touch it back for Sanchez. Little shake and bake, plays it off the sidewall. Nothing doing there as it's cleared out by the Blast. So again, we'd like to welcome everybody to tonight's broadcast, especially all the Blasts and their fans. I know they've got at least one big viewing party going out there. Certainly wanted to say hi to our broadcasting colleagues out there, Paul Mittermeier, Brad Crosley, among others. And owner Ed Hale making the trip out here with the Blast. AK presented us with some beautiful Hale Yeah t-shirts supporting his gubernatorial campaign in Maryland.
And we'll speak to Ed Hale at the beginning of the third quarter.
Yes, we will. So we'll look forward to that.
No politics now, Tom. No politics.
Never. Dumped into the corner as Jake Schindler is there to get it for the Blast. Schindler, longtime veteran. He's basically been kind of a part-time player with the Blast the last few seasons, but plenty of experience.
He came up with a big goal and 2 assists in a meeting in Baltimore earlier in the season.
Yeah, he sure did.
Against the Wave.
He was definitely the key player, offensive difference and defender in that game. Cesar Correa takes it away, coming 1-on-3. Cesar will fire a shot off the mark, but I like the fact that he took it in there, tried to create something.
Yeah, it was a good step in the middle third by Cesar.
Grabo trying to press up on the near wall. Javi, 2 years older, in his 5th season. Alex in his 3rd campaign. Both come from Sterling Heights, Michigan, and the University of Indianapolis, the U-Indy Greyhounds, where they were teammates there for a couple of seasons.
Good ball that time by Willie B out of the back.
So Willie B getting the start, his 2nd start in the postseason. He started game 1 in Ontario against the Empire Strikers, took a 6-3 loss. Didn't play badly, but the Wave was shut down defensively by the Strikers in that particular game. Javi Steinwasser knocks it back to Mario Alvarez. No score, 4.5 minutes gone by here in the first period from Milwaukee. Now Sean Escueta, the 4th-year defender out of Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, and UW Milwaukee. Tried to play it across. Nascimento heads it away. It'll stay in play on the far wall. Nascimento with Ricardo Carvalho on his back. Pass deflected out. Now Escueta trying to get it. Chad Porch was able to just get in the way and enable Rodriguez to pick it up.
Escueta showing some good aggressiveness there for the Wave, stepping in front of the Baltimore forward on 2 occasions.
Typically, we'd say you wouldn't expect a high-scoring match between these clubs, but of course, last time they were here, they produced 19 goals combined.
Yeah, it was like whoever had possession last was going to win that game.
Oh, pass near side and off the mark on really the first decent attempt for Baltimore by Jonatas Mello. Patrick Thompson with it now. Patrick in his 12th MASL season, 4th with the Blast. Spinning far side, and the shot save made by Willie B on the turning shot from Gabriel Betancourt Marroquin. Well, I hope we don't have to say that name too many times. We'll just call him GBM. Anyway, the 21-year-old who did not make any regular season appearances in the lineup tonight. If that's him, I might be mixed up. That might have been Nico Williams, number 6. Betancourt.
So we don't have to say GBM anymore.
Yeah. And foul call as Flores was held up over there by Omar Sila. You know, that'd be an interesting matchup, Art, because Sila is a good defender, but he's given up a lot of size there in that matchup with Oscar Flores. Alex Sanchez will take the pass back from Bennett. Alex, the Waves' leading scorer and goal scorer during the regular season. 32 goals to win the Golden Boot for the league, and a total of 49 points to lead the Wave, 2nd in the league. Takes the pass, Alvarez. Sanchez fires it up, he scores! Saucy Sanchez from the far wing. Didn't have a great angle, but he executed the shot perfectly to beat Rodriguez, and Milwaukee leads at 1-0.
Well, it was a good ball by Mario Alvarez. He spotted Sanchez making a penetrating run on the right side. The first touch by Sanchez, I thought, took him a little bit wide, but he made no mistake to hit that ball on goal into the far corner.
Alex with his 2nd of the postseason as Mario Alvarez picks up his 3rd playoff assist.
And there you see the beautiful ball by Alvarez that time to Sanchez, who had lost the Baltimore defense on that right side.
So a big first goal for the Wave. Typically, as this one deflects off the wall and sliding out to prevent it from going in, Julian Rodriguez.
Oh, my goodness. Had there not been the back stanchion there, they put his feet on, he might have slid all the way into the goal and taken the ball with him, Rodriguez that time.
So Correa almost creating a turnover goal there. Mello launches downfield. There's Kevon Freder with it. the Jamaican native, as he lays it off on the run by, and no problem there for William Bonahenne to get it. Willie B playing in his 14th playoff game tonight. This is his 7th season, 4th with the Wave. Turnover here, Frater coming in, shot off the mark, rebound, follow, shot and a goal. Chad Porch puts it away, and we are tied at 1 apiece. We'll take a break. 7:29 left to go, first period. Blast 1, Wave 1 on MASL TV.
The goal from number 4, Chad Porch. The assist from number 30.
Save $100 on a complete pair. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
The Ambassador, Milwaukee's landmark Art Deco hotel, is the official hotel of your Milwaukee Wave and the perfect place to meet up with family or friends before or after the game.
Hey,
Hey, Abby. I see the whole band's here. Are you guys going to take the shuttle down to the game? Yeah. Love it.
Enjoy free parking and shuttle service to and from Panther Arena when you dine before the game. The Ambassador, the official hotel of your Milwaukee Wave.
My dog, Georgette, was diagnosed with cancer. After her treatment, we would pass Chick-fil-A. I started seeing Mr. Bryan often. She would get her little treat of whipped cream.
We recognize each other. Georgette and I do. That particular day, Elaine pulls up. She said, Georgette is cancer-free.
I came around the corner with Georgette in my car, saw all the employees out there just like clapping and cheering. I started getting really emotional because I was just like, that's so nice.
We love all our customers that come through. This one just happens to have 4 legs. Congratulations.
Tied at 1 with 7:29 left to go here in the first period. The Major Arena Soccer League is proud to welcome you to MASL Soccer on MASL TV. MITRE is the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League, established in 1817. MITRE is one of the leading soccer brands worldwide and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at mitre.com. Also, Capelli Sport is the official and exclusive preferred uniform and apparel provider of the Major Arena Soccer League. Visit MASLsoccer.com to shop the all-new MASL fan store for the latest MASL and team gear. And think you can predict the MASL? Head over to nxtbets.com to place your wagers on all the MAS action this season.
Well, that answer by Chad Porch was just 55 seconds after the Sanchez goal.
Javi Steinwasser for the Wave with a nice back heel up the board, trying to get to Mario Alvarez. But Patrick Thompson able to keep the possession for Baltimore. So after Sanchez opened the scoring at 6:36 to put Milwaukee on top 1-0, it was Chad Porch at 7:31 to knot the score.
And the Wave can't stop Chad Porch. He had 4 goals in the last meeting between these two teams.
Chad Porch, the MASL Newcomer of the Year last year, had another fine season this year, 20 goals, 8 assists. Out front in the drive taken by Pereira is up and over. And so goalkeeper distribution coming for William Bonahenne and the Milwaukee Wave. Porch was the 4th leading scorer for the Blast during the regular season. And that's his 2nd career playoff goal in 3 postseason games.
And Porch did well off that, on the ball off the boards. That ball came to his right foot, and he's a predominant left-footed player. But he just took a little bit off of it and found the back of the net.
Yeah, made no mistake. That was a beautiful conversion there. Again, Frater with the assist on the Wallace score, or sometimes as we like to call him, Art the board banger. Tony Walls, the veteran defender, back in the lineup for the first time in a couple of months. Tony from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, and UWGB. He was a college teammate of the Wave's Stuart Grable with UWGB Phoenix back in his college days.
You saw right there, Wall's strength is as a man marker, and he did a good job of bodying Kevon Frater off the ball right there.
Tony, during the regular season, only played In 14 games, he had 1 assist, but a lot of experience career-wise. 172 regular season games in the MASL, 14 playoff games, 5 goals, 5 assists as a postseason performer for Tony Walls. And gives the Wave a little more physical presence back there, especially with the injuries to Derek Huffman and Mike De Silva. Mike getting hurt the other night against the Strikers, so he is out. And Tony gives the Wave a little more size and physicality in there. And that is going to be a top-of-the-arc restart.
That was really close to whether it was over the line or behind the line on that clearance by the Wave.
Good opportunity for the Blast, and it comes back heel lead. Mello plays it off the end board far side. Shot is off, rebound, Sela. That shot is off. Correa spinning, but he's going to get called for the foul as he checked the man into the boards. Close, but I think a little bit of a late challenge.
Correa, with a little bit more experience, had a chance to embellish it himself. That time he just too strong and stayed on his feet.
Pereira drew the foul. Juan Pereira, the team's leading scorer during the regular season. 47 points played in all 24 games. He was third in the league scoring race, tied for second in goals with Kansas City's Rian Marquez, 29 each. And Pereira has certainly been a key player for the Blast in the postseason in the past. 37 games, 15 goals, 7 assists. He and Mello, their synergism, very impressive for the two Brazilians who have been with this team now about a dozen years each.
And they're both exceptional in special team situations, both on the power play and restarts. They make it work.
Tony Walls getting some pressure that time from Aber Ospina. Wave works it in the zone, but Nascimento there is there to clear it away as Jairo Rivera able to nudge it over to midfield, and now the Blast will recycle the possession. Blast led by their fifth-year coach, David Bascombe. 66-42-9 for his regular season career. And doing another fine job this year with the Blast.
Oh, you said, sorry, Tom.
14-7-3, 6-4-2 on the road. So they were indeed a very solid team, scoring 164, giving up 141. These are the two top scoring teams during the regular season. Wave with 180 goals, Baltimore with 164.
Well, you mentioned David in his 6th season. This has been a long-time assistant to Danny Kelly.
No doubt Danny, who coached the Blast for 16 seasons, as what a move there by Alejandro Chavez, and he puts the Blast ahead 2-1, doing all the work himself.
Yeah, Chavez turned Wave defender Cesar Correa inside out on that one, as he faked left and brought it back to his right and then just toe poked it by Willie B.
11:42, the time of the goal for Chavez. Alejandro, the third-year pro, first year with the Blast after spending a couple years in Harrisburg.
Chavez with that hair dyed blonde. Hard to miss out there, number 35.
So after Milwaukee opened the scoring, the Blast have responded with a couple of goals. Wave putting it back in the attacking zone as Ian Bennett trying to maneuver. Ian, the legendary player, in his 19th campaign, his 17th, I think that's 16th with the Wave. That ball's played into the stands. Wave will kick it in from there with 2:55 left to go in the first. Ian Bennett, in 232 regular season MASL games, second leading goal scorer and point scorer, 431 goals, 96 assists. And he's also been pretty prominent in the postseason. 38 games, 47 goals, 8 assists for IB. Helped lead the Wave to the 2019 Ron Newman Cup Championship when the Wave defeated La Raza de Monterrey in the final there. Baltimore works it left to right. The Blast all-time here in this building has not put up a scintillating record. They're just 14-40 during the regular season. However, As I mentioned before, they've won 8 of 14 in the postseason. And obviously it's the postseason ones that everybody's going to remember more. Willie B chips it long, headed away. Carvalho gets it for Milwaukee. Now here's Alvarez working on the near board. Mario in his 10th season, 6th with the Wave, the native of Aurora, Illinois. Former star with Western Illinois University during his collegiate days. Nascimento controlling that one for Rodriguez. They move it up to the zone. There's Kevon Frater. Frater in his 2nd season from St. Andrew Parish, Jamaica. And foul going to be called as Frater went down. Tony Walls get called for the foul. Frater was looking for a quick restart, but now Baltimore will change up. And again, Wave playing with fire if they keep giving Baltimore these good offensive zone restarts.
That restart looked like it was a little bit close, should have been a little bit closer to the boards than where they marked it.
Sela ready to trigger, in it comes, shot and a goal. Pereira puts it away. It's 3-1 Baltimore.
Willie B got a hand on that initial shot by Pereira, but the ball hit off the crossbar and then back down off his back and into his own goal. Unlucky there for Willie B. Let's take another look at it right here. Sela played it. Willie B got his hand on that first shot. There it is right there. Parried it up off the crossbar, but it came right down and hit Willie B in the back and went into the net.
Well, that ball was well struck by Pereira off the pass from Sela. Sela, one of the league's top playmakers during the regular season with 23 assists. And Pereira, the longtime veteran, turns on the lights.
Now there's a delayed penalty against the Wave here.
And things going from bad to worse here for Milwaukee as Baltimore, I thought they're going to pull Rodriguez to get an extra attacker, but they're just going to let him press up forward. Unlike the NHL, it's not just touch-up. You've got to get control of the possession. So this delayed penalty could go on for a while here as we come down the last 20 seconds of the first period. And that one played in the far corner. Grable able to get it for Milwaukee, and that will bring us to the formal portion of the penalty. Alex Sanchez is going to go over and serve it. See what the announcement is from Rich Grady.
Number 80, 2 minutes for tripping, power play.
Sanchez for tripping at 14:50.
Well, looked like it was a trip. No reason for Sanchez to commit there. Silly penalty.
Yeah, especially with his team down 3-1. And Baltimore was still on its defensive side of the field. And now the Blast with a chance to go up by 3, but we'll have to wait till the second period to conclude this power play. At the end of 1, Baltimore 3, Milwaukee 1 on MASL TV.
Oh man, the new Milwaukee Wave gear is here. I love that. I'll take that one. Oh, hey, the new soccer ball. Hey, Brad, I'm ready to check out here. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take one of these bags too. How much, my friend? Ooh, okay, I got that. Right here in cold hard cash. There you, what, is my money no good here? Oh my gosh, I totally forgot Panther Arena is cashless. Ooh, what about my Educators Credit Union Milwaukee Wave debit card? Will that work here? Awesome. You too can get your very own Educators Credit Union Milwaukee Wave debit card. Go to any of the 23 locations across southeastern Wisconsin or visit ecu.com online. And you too can become a member. What's the problem here, Brad? What do you mean decline? Scan it again, please. Oh my goodness. Educators Credit Union, achieving more together. Let's go Wave.
Save $100 on a complete pair. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
The Ambassador, Milwaukee's landmark Art Deco hotel, is the official hotel of your Milwaukee Wave and the perfect place to meet up with family or friends before or after the game.
Hey, Abby. I see the whole band's here. Are you guys going to take the shuttle down to the game? Yeah. Love it.
Enjoy free parking and shuttle service to and from Panther Arena when you dine before the game. The Ambassador, the official hotel of your Milwaukee Wave.
Figured you want your usual.
Thank you. You know me too well.
Enjoy your pie.
For last-minute gifts, the people you hold dear, and everyone on your list. Holiday scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery are here, with prices ranging from $1 to $20 and top prizes up to $100,000.
Great minds.
With so many games to choose from, it's easy to find gifts for everyone at your local Wisconsin Lottery retailer.
So it's 3-1 Baltimore as the Blast gets ready to kick off, going right to left. They still have a minute 50 left to go on the power play. Tom Wynn along with Wave Hall of Famer and legend Art Kramer. AK, it's not often that a power play early in the second period could be a game decider, but this is getting pretty close to it right here for the Wave.
Well, the Wave definitely needs something good to happen after that early goal to give them the lead. It's been all Baltimore since that time.
Sela, near side, fires a shot. Save made by Bonahene. Javi Steinwasser, who's out there with his brother, Alex, along with Sean Esqueda, Stuart Grable, clearing downfield. Blast during the regular season, the best power play in the league. They were 13 of 29 for 44.8%. The Wave, as far as penalty killing, fourth best in the league. They stopped 19 of 27 for 70%. Milwaukee with just one shorthand goal during the regular season. That was Alex Steinwasser. But they also had one in game one of the postseason with Alex Steinwasser as well. Pereira and Mello knocking it around the perimeter. Now comes near side to Sela. Blast still with 40 seconds to go on the man advantage. Sela, great pass there. Oh, what a save by Bonahene to stop Chad Porch.
Wow, Baltimore playing it around like it's on a string, man. They had about 20 passes until they found a wide open Chad Porch. And what a save there by Willie B.
Aber Ospina is the other member of the Blast power play team with Pereira, Mello, Sela, and Porch. Baltimore looking to make it 4 straight goals if they convert on this power play. Nice block there by Javi Steinwasser. Javi with 5 blocks the other night against the Strikers. Inboard pass knocked away into the arms of
Wave got away from it with a pass back there to Willie B.
Sanchez on the shorthand bid, cracks a shot wide. Correa gets it. Penalty has expired, obviously, as Sanchez was in the box. And Porch plays it away into the stands. And so the Wave will take the possession. So big penalty kill for Milwaukee.
Lady in the second row lost her drink there.
If you want to sit where the glass is down.
They're going to get a new ball on there and wipe off the liquid from that lady's drink.
It's good. Yeah, it could be a little bit of sticky ball otherwise. Sanchez and the Wave going left to right as we look at the action here in the second period. Shots on goal in the first. Blast had 6, Milwaukee 4. Max Ferdinand working down low as Nascimento bodies him out. And
good physical defending that time by Marco Nascimento.
Nascimento, a big guy. In his 4th indoor season out of Brazil, but he's playing for the first time in 6 indoor seasons here. As Willie B plays it into the stands. It'll be top of the arc restart. And Marcio Leite, the first-year coach for the Wave, throwing his hands up in exasperation. And once again, the Blast with a great attacking restart opportunity. Sela. Mello drives it across far post, deflected up, and the volley attempt just missing. Sent back to the middle and cleared out momentarily by the Wave. Now Correa pressing up at midfield, but Pereira able to get it back for Julian Rodriguez. Long for Thompson. Javi Steinwasser able to get it for Milwaukee. Up ahead for Carvalho, but Pereira able to race back and get it. A couple of Brazilians battling right here.
Just keep him there.
Pereira still dribbling right through his goal mouth there. Flick on, and fortunately for the Wave, they climbed the bench. Otherwise, the Blast would have come in on a break. Not a big crowd here tonight. However, I would say, to say there's a lot of sports competition here in Milwaukee tonight, Art, might be an understatement. You got the Bucks game going on down the block against the Brooklyn Nets, and also the Brewers out at American Family Field hosting the Washington Nationals, as Carvalho is bumped into the board and a foul's going to be called on Sela. Hopefully Ricardo's going to be okay.
Looking down at the bench to see if Marcio Lede might want to throw the challenge flag. Doesn't look like he's going to go there with it.
Ricardo still a bit slow to get up. Ricardo was only available for about half the games this season due to a toe injury that knocked him out of the lineup. He's come back strong since then.
Well, now they give this Wave restart well off the boards, where I thought it was committed right along the boards as well.
So let's see if the Wave can manufacture a restart goal here. Sanchez coming in. He'll drive it into the defensive wall. Carvalho trying to get it, but Frater comes away with it for Baltimore. And taken back by Carvalho, but it got a little bit of Frater, and that was enough to draw the foul.
Yeah. Probably fortunate he didn't get called for a blue card on that one.
So still 3-1. That was our score at the end of the first period. Wave got the first goal, and after that, it was all Baltimore. Sanchez for Milwaukee, and then Porch, Chavez, and Pereira for the Blast. Good job by Escueta to get it back for the Wave. Julian Rodriguez will knock it back into Milwaukee's defensive end as Escueta heads it to William Bonahene. Willie B, as I mentioned, in his 7th season, 31-year-old out of Rochester, New York, Brighton High School, and Buffalo State College. Sanchez will play it over to Mario Alvarez. Mario playing with not 100% physical fitness tonight. He's got an ankle injury that he's trying to play around. But looks like he's moving okay so far here tonight. Into the zone, Flores. Alex Steinwasser running through, but Schindler has got Flores bottled up. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. And the lights are bright and the fans are loud. It's the Baltimore Blast taking on the Milwaukee Wave. Stream it live on MASLplus.tv and replay the game on demand. Clip it, share it, live it again. Make sure to favorite your team. They get instant updates on every game.
Well, if the Wave wants to be effective through their target players, they need to find their target players deeper in the Baltimore zone. Right now, everything into them is out by the yellow line. Just like right here.
Ian Bennett trying to square up against the defender, Jonatas Mello. Wave will cycle it back for Max Ferdinand out near the center circle. Max, who had 4 goals between the 2 games here on Monday night, drives one in. Rodriguez shoots up the left arm to make the save. Tony Walls keeps his own. Tony with a shot that's deflected up, and it stays in play.
Ball hit the top of the glass and came right down to Rodriguez.
Unlucky, the Wave would have had a corner kick out of that. And so the Blast will bring it up. Baltimore Blast and the Milwaukee Wave, 2 longtime rivals here in the Major Arena Soccer League, and obviously for years before that in the old MPSL, in a couple versions of the MISL. Like I said before, it postseason with the Wave involves either playing the Blast, the Comets, or both. Did not play the Comets this year. Obviously playing the Blast now. Comets, by the way, suffered a tough first-round loss, quarterfinal series loss to the St. Louis Ambush. And Ambush still on the trending well here, AK.
Yeah, that should be a good series. First game in St. Louis on the 17th.
Against the San Diego Sockers. Hain tried to bang it out of the corner, but it climbed the glass out of play, and we'll have our media timeout. 7:42 left to go first half. It's the Blast 3, the Wave 1 on MASL TV.
My dog Georgette was diagnosed with cancer. After her treatment, we would pass Chick-fil-A. I started seeing Mr. Bryan often. She would get her little treat of whipped cream.
We recognize each other, Georgette and I do. That particular day, Elaine pulls up. She said, Georgette is cancer-free.
I came around the corner with Georgette in my car, saw all the employees out there just like clapping and cheering. I started getting really emotional because I was just like, that's so nice.
We love all our customers that come through. This one just happens to have 4 legs. Congratulations, Georgette.
Figured you want your usual.
Thank you. You know me too well.
Enjoy your pie.
For last-minute gifts, the people you hold dear, and everyone on your list. Holiday scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery are here, with prices ranging from $1 to $20 and top prizes up to $100,000.
Great minds.
With so many games to choose from, it's easy to find gifts for everyone at your local Wisconsin Lottery retailer.
3-1, the Wave trailing the Baltimore Blast. 7:42 left to go here in the first half. You can catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and on the CBS Sports Golazo Network. Alex Basavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. And you can get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. Baltimore to put it in play as they go right to left as we look at the action. The 130th all-time meeting between the Wave and Baltimore franchise. That actually dates back to the Baltimore Spirits when they first came to the league in 92-93. Eventually became the Blast in 98-99. And 130 matchups, regular season and combined, between these clubs. I don't believe there's any other rivalry in the history of North American professional soccer that's had anywhere close to that many matches. So it indeed has been a long time rivalry between these teams. But as Art Kramer likes to say, a lot of respect between the clubs. Art has certainly been a part of it as a player, assistant coach, now broadcaster. And it's certainly been my pleasure to be part of it as a broadcaster all these years. Oh, centered across as that one got through, but fortunately the Blast could not convert. Now Pereira off the inboard in front, and putting it away is Jonatas Mello. And the Baltimore Blast now lead it 4-1.
Well, Correa was positioned perfectly, and he just misplayed the ball right here at the top. Watch again. Ball comes off the wall, and there's Carrera with a missed touch right there. And Jonatas Mello puts it away.
Yeah, unfortunately, all he did was settle it for Mello, who now has a goal and an assist. And Pereira with the assist. So he's got a goal and an assist. And right now, AK, it's looking like deja vu all over again from 2023. and off the end board. Ferdinand trying to find Ian Bennett coming down the lane.
Patrick Thompson positioned perfectly that time to block Bennett's shot.
Max trying to work against Schindler, plays it out. Alvarez hits the ball off the board, and Rodriguez covers up. I believe they're going to get Sean Escueta for a foul. Sean immediately apologizes to Rodriguez. Well, Julian Rodriguez now in his third season, second with the Blast. As I said, he has really become one of the key players on this team. 13-5-3 during the regular season as the primary keeper. Last year he split time with Mike Zierhofer. And he has been superb for the Blast, especially here in the second half of the season. And we got a late whistle. Wow, the Blast bench not very happy with that call, as they thought they were going in for another chance to extend the lead. Again, the Blast has been resting up since their final regular season game against the Tacoma Stars on March 28th. Wave coming off that two-game plus series with the Empire Strikers. The Blast definitely having a better first half, that's for sure. Sela called for the foul. Again, Sela's given up quite a bit of size in that matchup with Flores. We'll see if the Wave can try to take advantage of that.
Wave going to take a timeout here and try to set something up.
So they will take a time with 5:39 left to go in the first half. Milwaukee trailing it 4-1. We will take a break. Restart coming for the Wave in their attacking zone to the right. Trailing it 4-1 here with 5:39 left to go in the first half. Tom went along with Art Kramer, bringing you all the play-by-play and commentary here from the top of the Panther Arena in Milwaukee. Sanchez to Carvalho, and shot was blocked. Baltimore not fooled on that restart by the Wave.
Wave's got to look to shoot first time on those restarts after the initial pass. Baltimore's just too good defensively in staying in their lanes and staying on that shooter.
It has been all Blast since the Wave got the opening goal from Alex Sanchez from Mario Alvarez at 6:36 of the first period. Since then, Porch, Chavez, and Pereira. That was to close out the first period, and then Jonatas Mello here in the second. Frater, Mello, Sela, and Pereira with the assists respectively. And yeah, Baltimore right now really not under a lot of stress.
No, they're controlling the tempo, and they're very patient on the ball because they can play with the lead. And the Wave has about a number 4:32 left in this half to try to get things turned around, or we could be seeing Jerry Perez in the second half.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Leite is going to mess around if they go to halftime without any momentum. Rodriguez into the corner for Frater.
Well, the thing Perez does for you offensively is he creates another man where the defensive team has to be aware of, which opens up the passing lanes, makes them a lot bigger.
Little back heel flick through from Welle Bermuse, second-year Brazilian forward.
Flores got away with a handball there.
Now Correa tracked down in front of the Baltimore bench by Frater. He'll drop it back, Sean Escueta. Sean looking around, drops it off for William Badahene. And he'll dump it long. Rodriguez comes up with it. Quick outlet. Here comes Chad Porch, Wilmington, Delaware native who began his college career at High Point University down in North Carolina, and then came back home, so to speak, at the University of Delaware before turning pro. Three minutes left here in the first half as the Blast controls. Again, this is the only game on the MASL playoff slate tonight. You got the game here tonight. The game coming up on Monday. As that shot in is kicked out by William Badahene. Monday, the 13th, will be game 2, and then possibly a game 3 knockout game of the series. And then St. Louis and San Diego will begin their series on Friday, April 17th at the Family Arena in St. Charles, Missouri, before playing game 2 in a potential knockout game. And
Cesar Correa having a rough start to this series against Baltimore.
So top of the arc restart coming, as I was going to say, game 2, Sunday, April 19th in that San Diego St. Louis series at the Front Wave Arena in Oceanside, California. And Baltimore is going to take a timeout. Wave has got to try to hold this fort here. So Baltimore with a great chance to really take command of this game if they haven't already. And yeah, I don't know, Art. It's might take a lightning strike here for the Wave to try to get things turned around here before the end of the first half. This game obviously is a long way to go, but
first order of business is just to stop this restart and keep it at 4-1. I mean, just an unforced error by Correa, and you know, guy who played really well in the Empire Series, scored the big second goal in the knockout game to clinch it, is off to a bit of a rough start here in this one. But you know, got to stay with it. He's a big part of what the Wave does in their man down and their restart defense, and he's going to have to come up with a big stop here on this Baltimore restart.
Spirited crowd here tonight at Panther Arena. And, well, got off to a good start when Sanchez scored initially to open up for the Wave. Wave last year was 1-1 in the postseason. All the games in the first 2 rounds were held out in San Diego. Wave defeated Kansas City but lost to the eventual champion Chihuahua Savage in overtime in game 2. The Blast last year in San Diego, they beat Utica 6-2 but then lost to the homestanding San Diego Sockers 11-3. So both teams were in the Final Four last year.
Well, you got to keep an eye on Juan Pereira on these attacking zone restarts.
Melo, Porch, nice block there by Correa.
There you go, Cesar.
And the Blast will play it all the way back for Rodriguez. Alex Steinwasser heads away. Oh, looking for his brother.
Oh, he's out of the area. And there comes the challenge. They got the challenge flag in their hand. And how they're going to put it back, I would have taken the chance on that one.
Feet were in the box, but the ball clearly from up here looked like it was outside the box. But as I always say, AK, it's got to be 100% of the ball, 100% beyond the line.
Well, and you're limited with the camera angles in this league. There's only a few cameras as opposed to the through 10 cameras you see in most major sports.
Mario Alvarez at midfield will play it back. Alex Steinwasser now to Javi to his brother Alex. Sanchez off the bench. Now Max Ferdinand operating in the target spot right now. Sanchez coming down the middle. Oh, save or a block. Maybe a combination there.
Great block by Jonatas Mello right there. He was in behind goalkeeper Julian Rodriguez.
That's one of the best chances the Wave has had. Max turning. Rolls one just wide. He was trying to beat him to the short post. That's how he scored the third goal the other night against the Strikers. So Milwaukee trying to see if they can get one back here in the final minute of the second quarter. Crowd trying to make some noise here. Max Ludwig to the other Max. Ferdinand turning, left foot shot. Oh, what a good kick save there.
That was Rodriguez's best save of the day right there. Kick save on Ferdinand.
Ludwig digs it out. Max has come close a couple of times to scoring. Sanchez on the left foot fires a shot, blocked, deflected off, and that's going to do it for the first half. So the Wave with some good pressure at the end of the second period, but Baltimore defense holds tough. A couple of good blocks and a couple of great saves by Rodriguez. We'll keep it right here. We'll get ready to send it down to Van McNeil, who will conduct the halftime interview with Coach Marcio Lede. Any quick thoughts, AK, on this first half?
That last minute was probably the best stretch the Waves had in a long time since the start of the game when they came out and scored.
Well, give the Blast credit. They after the Waves scored the first goal, they took complete command of this game. But
Baltimore's a tough team to break down. They all defend. Even their star forwards, Pereira, you saw him blocking shots. Mello with a big block off the line.
All right, let's send it down to Van McNeil with Coach Lete.
All right, thank you, Tom. Down here on the field, our Midwest Orthopedic Specialty Hospital Coach's Corner, head coach Marcio Lete. I can't imagine you're happy with what's developed here in the first half.
Yeah, funny. We started really well. I thought it took them 7 minutes to get a shot on goal.
Right.
We were all over them. We could have scored a second. We didn't. So after that, it just went downhill. Right now, it's about regrouping, regaining our confidence, because we're making too many unforced errors, right? It's bad passes when we're not even under a lot of pressure. There's better decisions that we can make on the ball,
right?
Because that's where it's really hurting us, is we're losing the ball too easily, which gives them the ball back and we have to chase, and that's something we got to change.
Again, we're talking about those little mistakes that pile up quick. It's a time of possession as well. Baltimore really kind of dominating here in this first half, no?
Yeah, and again, it comes down to us not being able to find the targets, to us making bad passes when we regain possession even. So it's, we'll make adjustments. You'll see a better team in the second half.
All right, we're going to let you get back there. Thank you, Coach. Marcio Lete, ladies and gentlemen, our Midwest Orthopedic Specialty Hospital Coach's Corner and the home team. You guys, fans, you make a difference as well. You watching at home, we want to hear you all around the world here on CBS Sports Golazo and Paramount Plus. This is the Major Arena Soccer League.
Go. Shoot! He scores!
This is MASL in 5. How goes it, folks? I'm Alex Bastiavansky back here in our league studio. Hope all is well in your world. There's a ton to cover today as we look at what's going on in the league right now. So let's get to it.
Pass in. One-on-one opportunity between Palmer and Bonaheny. And he goes 5-hole. The nutmeg. The captain, Robert Palmer, strikes first from turf to twine. Empire takes a 1-0 lead.
Milwaukee and Empire locked horns in game 1 of their quarterfinal matchup last week, and it was the Strikers drawing first blood as they doubled up the Wave 6-3. Back they went to Milwaukee, though, for game 2. Max Ferdinand with that banger. He was the game's first star with a hat trick as the Wave just managed to hold on for the 7-5 win to force, yes, the knockout game. And in the decider, it was Mad Max coming through in the clutch for his team.
There's his older brother, Javi, 2 years older. Plays it to the corner. Centering pass, shot on goal! Max Ferdinand from Alvarez, and the Wave grabs a 1-0 lead here in the knockout game.
The Strikers gave the powerful Wave all they could handle, but on this day, it just wasn't enough as Milwaukee blanks them 2-0 to advance to the semifinal. On to the Battle of Missouri, and game one belonged to St. Louis forward William Eske, who was just dominant.
Right off the line. Good block there by DeBray. Now Eske roofs it. It's not a power play goal, but a goal.
Eske had points on 7 straight goals. He finished with 4 goals and 3 assists as the Ambush won 9-4. We had Comets reporter Ashley Lux on MASL Monday and asked her what she thought would go down in game 2 of the series.
Sometimes you'll see a team that will come out and absolutely house in that first game, but that's a really hard hill to climb up again. You had this 9-goal run. Can you produce that much 2 days later?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. She was bang on. The Ambush couldn't keep up that pace, and the Comets won 6-5 to force a knockout game. But in the deciding contest, St. Louis would not be denied.
Williamson steps 2 against Francis. Big Rob.
Perfect pass.
O'Keefe, left foot, Ambush lead!
And in the dying seconds, likely MASL Keeper of the Year, Paulo Nascimento, comes up with possibly the save of the year to keep the shutout intact. The Ambush hold off KC 2-0 and advance to the semis for the first time since returning to the league in 2013. So on to the semis we go. Both matchups should be incredible. Baltimore faces Milwaukee, the 2nd seed versus the 3rd, and they were dead even during the regular season, splitting 4 games between them. This was their last encounter on March 22nd, which the Wave won in overtime. And the top seed in San Diego Sockers will face 4th seed St. Louis. They've only squared off once this season, also on March 22nd, and it was a scintillating game. The Sockers came back to win it on a Tavoy Morgan goal in overtime. Time now for your plays of the week.
Along with Jeff Locker of St. Louis and Bascom of the Baltimore Blast. And bottom right corner, Justin Stinson with the pink hair. Bottom right where the dust mites dwell, and the Strikers take a 3-2 lead.
Marquez, Nacho. KC has its first lead of the series, 12-19 to go in the 3rd.
Perfect passing.
Javi, 2 years older, plays it to the corner. Centering pass, shot on goal! Max Ferdinand from Alvarez, and the Wave grabs a 1-0 lead here in the knockout game. Max Ferdinand, the 39-year-old Haitian sensation! What a shot by Max! And Milwaukee leads 4-3.
Big Rob. O'Keefe, left foot, Ambush lead! Kangaroos over Martinez. Gates tried to clear it. Hollywood got in the way. Oh, right at the front by Paulo. Oh, I haven't seen defense that crazy since Chapel Road's bodyguard was wandering around the Old Navy for kids. Nacho, Togba. Perfect anticipation. Neto is out. Togba!
He flicks it back to Williamson, who shoots. And Big Rob Williamson.
Closing moments. It squirts through. Oh, my Lord! DeBruyne Francis! Oh! Stop in traffic like a nudist customer in the Brentwood Target parking lot!
And that's going to wrap things up for this week's show. But just a reminder, all throughout the season, to stay up to date on everything that's going on in the MASL, be sure to check out the league's official social media outlets. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.
Man, the new Milwaukee Wave gear is here. I love that. I'll take that one. Oh, hey, the new soccer ball. Hey, Brad, I'm ready to check out here. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take one of these bags, too. How much, my friend? Ooh, okay, I got that. Right here in cold hard cash. There you... What, is my money no good here? Oh my gosh, I totally forgot Panther Arena is cashless. Ooh, what about my Educators Credit Union Milwaukee Wave debit card? Will that work here? Awesome. You too can get your very own Educators Credit Union Milwaukee Wave debit card. Go to any of the 23 locations across southeastern Wisconsin or visit ecu.com online. And you too can become a member. What's the problem here, Brad? What do you mean decline? Scan it again, please. Oh my goodness. Educators Credit Union, achieving more together. Let's go Wave.
Save $100 on a complete pair. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
The Ambassador, Milwaukee's landmark Art Deco hotel, is the official hotel of your Milwaukee Wave and the perfect place to meet up with family or friends before or after the game.
Hey, Andy. Hey, Abby. I see the whole family's here. Are you guys going to take the shuttle down to the game? Yeah. Love it.
Enjoy free parking and shuttle service to and from Panther Arena when you dine before the game. The Ambassador, the official hotel of your Milwaukee Wave.
Figured you want your usual.
Thank you. You know me too well.
Enjoy your pie.
For last-minute gifts, the people you hold dear, and everyone on your list. Holiday scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery are here, with prices ranging from $1 to $20 and top prizes up to $100,000.
Great minds.
With so many games to choose from, it's easy to find gifts for everyone at your local Wisconsin Lottery retailer.
Milwaukee Wave gear is here. I love that. I'll take that one. Oh, hey, the new soccer ball. Hey, Brad, I'm ready to check out here. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take one of these bags, too. How much, my friend? Ooh, okay, I got that. Right here in cold hard cash. There you... What, is my money no good here? Oh my gosh, I totally forgot Panther Arena is cashless. Ooh, What about my Educators Credit Union Milwaukee Wave debit card? Will that work here? Awesome. You too can get your very own Educators Credit Union Milwaukee Wave debit card. Go to any of the 23 locations across southeastern Wisconsin or visit ecu.com online, and you too can become a member. What's the problem here, Brad? What do you mean decline? Scan it again, please. Oh my goodness. Educators Credit Union, achieving more together. Let's go Wave.
My dog Georgette was diagnosed with cancer. After her treatment, we would pass Chick-fil-A. I started seeing Mr. Brian often. She would get her little treat of whipped cream.
We recognize each other, Georgette and I do. That particular day, Elaine pulls up. She said, Georgette is cancer-free.
I came around the corner with Georgette in my car, saw all the employees out there just like clapping and cheering. I started getting really emotional because I was just like, that's so nice.
We love all our customers that come through. This one just happens to have 4 legs. Congratulations, Georgette.
Society has an obligation to help others when others are struggling. Families can become distressed because they lose their father. Now a mother's forced to raise their 3 children. How does she get a job? How does she create the means to take care of her kids?
For nearly 30 years, National Core and Hope Through Housing have changed the lives of hundreds of thousands of individuals, providing housing, offering hope, transforming communities. National Core and Hope Through Housing, building the future of community.
So just about ready to start the second half of action here in Milwaukee. Game 1 of this Ron Newman Cup MASL playoff semifinal series with the Baltimore Blast leading the Milwaukee Wave 4-1. And we are pleased to be joined by the owner of the Baltimore Blast and also Republican gubernatorial candidate for the state of Maryland, Mr. Ed Hale. Ed, first of all, welcome back to Milwaukee. I know you've been here a few times before, but great to have you on board. And, boy, you got to be feeling good about the way the Blast played in the first half.
We're playing with a great deal of pace, and we look pretty good, but this can turn on a dime. You have a good team.
Well, you know, all of us, yourself, myself, Art Kramer, we've all been around this game for many, many years. And as you said, we have seen more than enough of these turn in the snap of a finger, seemingly.
Yeah, just like that guy Flores, who I really never heard of before, killed us the last game. Killed us. I didn't know anything about him.
This is the Blast, and the red uniforms going left to right.
How come you guys are not wearing my shirt? My governor's shirt.
we got your shirts ready to put them on, man. We just thought maybe we got to wait till the end of this game before we put them on.
Oh, come on. It'd be bad luck.
We don't want to jinx the Blast, Ed. So we're gonna. but thank you again for these great shirts, and we Art and I will certainly be wearing them around here. Even though we're not eligible to vote in Maryland, we will certainly be promoting your candidacy. And man, before you know it, the election will be here. So.
Well, it really is coming on pretty quick. You know, when I first started this, I thought it was going to be a long, protracted thing, but it's coming on so fast that it's amazing. But I've gotten a lot of support, and I like it. A lot of the Blast fans and people are my sponsors are all watching this now. Whoa.
I believe we got a foul call just before that shot was taken off the line by Javi Steinwasser.
That was a good shot.
So yesterday, Ed, the league announced a new team coming to Allentown, Pennsylvania, pretty close to your area up there in Baltimore. Sounds like it's going to be a great addition to the league. What's your thoughts on it?
I like those guys a lot. They came to look at my arena. They're business people. They have a beautiful arena, and they're going to be really good. They're good travel partners for us. Utica, Hershey, us. You know, it's a good thing.
Yeah, going to get that rivalry back with the Heat, scheduled next year as well. And so
even better in Hershey, because that was a dump. Smelled like horse hockey. It was awful. You guys ever go there? It was terrible.
Is that the farm show?
Yeah,
that's Harrisburg.
Farm show is a good. That's a polite way to put it.
As this one trickles to Jerry Perez. Jerry Perez, by the way, taking over as the goalkeeper for Milwaukee here in the second half. William Bonaheny playing the first 30 minutes. Wooly B played fairly well, stopping 6 of 10, but Milwaukee looking to try to see if they can energize the offense here against a very stout defensive Blast team.
Yeah, we have a very quick, stout team, and you're bringing Jake Schindler in has been very good, and but this goalie that you have out here, and I don't know his name, is pretty scary.
Jerry Perez, pretty good two-way player.
Oh, yeah.
Offensively and goalkeeping-wise, and a great stop there by Rodriguez. Speaking of goalkeepers, Julian Rodriguez, and he has just been a revelation for you guys here the last couple of seasons.
He has really been a pleasant surprise.
You guys always have a good goalie. Vanzella, man, who was the guy back in the early 2000s?
That was Scott Heilman was good.
Sagu,
yeah.
Sagu was just a man among men, that guy. And Scott Heilman, we've always had some pretty good goalies.
Jairo Rivera in the post, and I believe we're going to have a foul called against the Blast as he and Tony Walls were battling there.
By the way, that new franchise in Pennsylvania, you know who played goalie for them back for the Pennsylvania Stoners was Scott Manning, a guy you know well from Baltimore.
Scott Manning, legendary keeper for the Blast.
Yeah, it's funny. I talked to Kenny over the summer and this past fall, and he's been very supportive of the team and very supportive of us in my campaign.
This is Pereira trying to beat the defense down the field, and the shot just turned away by Jerry Perez. Just barely got a piece of it to redirect it away from the target, or otherwise the Blast would have gone up 5-1.
Yep. I'm going to tell you, Juan Pereira has been playing well. He's getting a little age on him, but boy, is he playing well. I can't tell you how happy I am with the way he's played.
Another outstanding season for Juan, and One of the things that Art and I always talk about, Ed, is the synergism between him and Jonatas Mello has just been tremendous for the Blast over the years.
You know, those guys finish each other's sentences. They're amazing. They really are. They play well. They've been with me for 10, 12 years. They're really good. So I really like them a lot. And am I taking away from you, Art?
No, I'm fine, man. I got the double-decker seats here, Ed.
Javi Steinwasser able to intercept that pass. And now Milwaukee will try to see if they can get the attack going again. But again, it's been just about all Blast since the first 6 minutes of the game. Wave got the first goal. And after that, Blast has really dominated this.
We've had a lot of possession here. But again, it can turn just so quickly like that, you know. And this guy, Flores, is such a force. It's amazing to watch him play. I had no idea who he was. Really, he's had to be a pleasant surprise for you guys.
Ian Bennett almost able to redirect that one down the middle. Yeah, we've got Oscar from Chicago. He's a Venezuelan native, but he had been playing down in Chicago with a few of our other guys. Of course, we've done well as far as recruiting players from the Chicago area, not that far away. And he has really been just a tremendous first-year player for us.
Yeah, we have Chavez on our team who came from Chicago too. He's a good player. We got him from Harrisburg, and he's a good player.
Yeah, in fact, he scored the second goal of the night for the Blast, and there's no question Chicago has got they've got some fine talent down there. Seems like they've never been able to quite establish a long-term franchise down there, Ed. But there's no question it's a great soccer town.
No, it's a great soccer town. We got top of the arc. This is not good for Baltimore, but yeah, they have a good soccer town. But we haven't had pretty effective ownership, and I'm being very polite.
Yes.
Not since they would circle those Vanzellos, those noisemakers they have there.
Oh, the vuvuzelas.
Yeah, right.
Mario Alvarez will fire it right into the defensive wall. Again, the Blast standing big, especially against the restarts. Wave has had a couple of decent restart opportunities here tonight, but
we haven't scored on a restart, have we?
Yeah.
One.
Yep.
The goal that made it 3-1 on by Pereira. That was off a restart. And they're going to call a foul on Pereira that time. And not
could have been an embellishment. Could have been.
So,
not my one.
Oscar Flores was kind of limping to the bench there. That certainly wouldn't be good news for the Wave if Oscar is out for any extended period here.
How is he defensively? Is he a good player, or no? I really don't know much about him.
He's been getting better at, for sure. He puts good effort into it, and I think once he learns the game a little better, he'll be a more effective defensively.
No, he's going to be he's a star. He's going to be a bigger star. You could tell. I've been watching this so long, all of a sudden I thought, whoa, who is this guy?
Oh, no question. You've probably seen as many players probably as just about anybody in North American indoor soccer. Turning shot by Carvalho.
Well, I hate to say this out loud because when I first got into it in 1988, I was the youngest owner in the league. I've been doing this for so long that I'm the longest standing professional soccer team owner in American history.
Wow. That is impressive and amazing at the same time.
Again, I'd rather be the youngest.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you for sure.
Well, listen, I like the work you guys do. You and Art are very good, and we listen to you, and our fans like you too because you're fair, and that's a good thing.
Well, they like us sometimes.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that, Ed, and I think you've had some great broadcasters there over the years. I know Paul, certainly a good broadcaster. Gary Stein you had for many years.
Yep.
Very good broadcaster, and so obviously you've had a great standard there as well, and it's just been great to have the Blast as a rival facing the Wave here for all these years as well.
God, this seems only right for us to be here, frankly.
It's not a playoffs unless the Blast and the Wave are getting together.
Somehow, some way, we are. We are always in this with you guys. And I wish I could be here for the Monday night game, but I got some political stuff to do.
Understandable.
What is it, like 2 months till the primary?
Yep.
Ed?
The 23rd of June.
And yeah, like you said, that time is going to go by lightning quick. Lightning quick. Well, obviously, Ed, we wish you the very best.
Thank you. I know we're rivals, but we're friends here.
Absolutely.
Did you see Coach Tozer down the way there?
I'm sorry?
Did you see Coach Tozer down the way there?
Oh, yeah. He's pontificating to all of us.
That's right.
Me and King. Who's, by the way, to me, he's a treasure for your city. That guy, Michael King. What a great guy.
Came to us from Baltimore.
Oh, yeah.
As a player. So, yes, absolutely. He's one of the most iconic players in our franchise on and off the field. Here's Patrick Thompson taking it away, and Wave able to fend him off. It's been a bit physical at times, but the officials, Rich Grady, Josh Wilkins, have kept her under control here.
Yep.
So Milwaukee going with Perez as the goalkeeper here in the second half, but they still have not been able to mount much of an offensive threat here as the Blast continues to turn away their chances. Again, game 2 of this best of 3 series will take place here on Monday night, 7:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Central Time on MASL TV.
Yep, I understand that there's a hockey game, a basketball game, and a concert and a baseball game tonight here.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Wave, a lot of competition, entertainment, sports-wise and otherwise. Oh, what a shot there.
That was one great goal.
Oh, Nico Williams.
Yep.
Talking about Chicago guys. He puts it in, and that makes it 5-1 Blast.
I think on that note, boys, I'm going to take my leave.
Okay. Well, great to have you, Ed. Thanks, you very much, and all the best.
Best of luck to you.
Sorry, thank you.
So we'll take a break. 5-1 Baltimore.
Figured you want your usual.
Thank you. You know me too well.
Enjoy your pie.
For last-minute gifts, the people you hold dear, and everyone on your list. Holiday scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery are here, with prices ranging from $1 to $20 and top prizes up to $100,000.
Great minds.
With so many games to choose from, it's easy to find gifts for everyone at your local Wisconsin Lottery retailer.
My dog, Georgette, was diagnosed with cancer. After her treatment, we would pass Chick-fil-A. I started seeing Mr. Bryan often. She would get her little treat of whipped cream.
We recognize each other, Georgette and I do. That particular day, Elaine pulls up. She said, Georgette is cancer-free.
I came around the corner with Georgette in my car, saw all the employees out there just like clapping and cheering. I started getting really emotional because I was just like, that's so nice.
We love all our customers that come through. This one just happens to have 4 legs. Congratulations, Georgette.
So the Blast continues to dominate this game for now. They scored their 5th consecutive goal. Nico Williams on a tremendous conversion at 10-10 in the third period. The assist going to Juan Pereira. Pereira right now with a goal and 2 assists. 5 goals for the Blast, 5 different goal scorers thus far. Tom went along with the Wave Hall of Famer and legend Art Kramer. And yeah, Art, it's been a tough one tonight for the Wave. There's still time to turn it around, but boy, yeah, it seems like gonna have to have something dramatic happen here.
Oh, look out! Look out!
And dramatic for the Blast on the steal by Emmanuel Belliard as he dispossessed Javi Steinwasser and puts it in. It's now 6-1.
Well, a defensive attack goal that time by the Blast. As you see, Belliard just dispossess Javi Steinwasser along the near boards. And with nobody back, he just finished it easily into the near side.
That'll be unassisted at 10:41, so back-to-back goals for the Blast in a 31-second span. Well, like I was saying, Art, something dramatic would have to happen for the Wave, but I was hoping it would be the other way. Ferdinand able to track that one down. Tony Walls coming through, fires a shot. Save made by Rodriguez. Now Tony going to get called for the foul. Again, Tony playing for the first time since January. And seems like he's moving okay out there tonight so far. And Rodriguez, one of his few mistakes, he puts it into the stands from his defensive end. So top the arc restart coming for the Wave. Well, a restart goal here might get the momentum shifted a bit for Milwaukee.
Once again, it's got to be one pass and then a direct shot. Can't take 2 to 3 touches.
Sanchez fires it through, deflected wide. Bennett reloads. Alvarez, and it deflects up and over. David Bascombe, the Blast coach, not very happy about that. If that's what he's arguing about, I thought it was deflected by the defense, but Ian Bennett ready to put it in here.
Watch for Bennett to run over this ball. And then Alvarez come from down low.
Not sure what the delay is here on the reset. 3:36 to go, third period. Wave trailing 6-1 as they finally get that other ball back into the scorer's box.
There goes Bennett. Here comes Alvarez.
Off the end board, and Sean Esqueda trying to bang it in, but a good defensive play. Patrick Thompson got there just in time. Bennett's shot turned away by Rodriguez. Alvarez trying to get down the middle, but not much room there.
Just no room at all for the Wave inside the Blast penalty area. Baltimore is all over the Wave defensively.
Nascimento trying to get it away from Bennett. He does. Javi Steinwasser now will gather it in for Milwaukee.
Marco Nascimento is a big, strong, and very composed defender in the back for the Blast.
Correa tried to make a move in the middle, lost it, but he gets it back. And eventually Wave will keep the possession at midfield. Just got to get that next goal to try to create a little energy and excitement here with the crowd. Perez's pass, it drifts out of bounds near the Baltimore bench. Blast will take it. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. Capelli Sport is the official and exclusive preferred uniform and apparel provider of the Major Arena Soccer League. Visit MASLsoccer.com to shop the all-new MASL fan store for the latest MASL and team gear. Perez nudges it ahead for Max Ludwig. Falls down. Here comes the blast. Bermuse lays it off. Oh, he was trying to move it back across the middle. Looked like Thompson had a much better chance to shoot, but he tried to pass it back for Bermuse. Here's Flores trying to get away from Schindler. Flores coming in. Flores shot the goal. Wow, what a conversion there by Oscar Flores. Well, maybe that can get things turned around for the Wave. It's 6-2.
Well, Flores with a nice individual play from midfield on in. He was able to hold the Blast defender off, nodded forward with his head, and then beats Rodriguez to the near post.
Oscar with his first point of the postseason. Well, Blast owner Ed Hale was talking about how he was impressed with Flores, and he got to see it up close and personal right there. All right, way back within 4, but I guess just as importantly, kind of got the crowd back into it. So we'll see if this gives the Wave a little more momentum. They were trailing 4-1 at halftime, and then went with Jerry Perez as the goalkeeper to start the second half. But then the Blast scored the next 2 goals. Here they come again. Oh, nice play there by Javi Steinwasser to break it up. Alex trying to break up field, but they'll go all the way back to the goalkeeper, Rodriguez. I'll tell you, Pereira is just
yeah, he does a great job defensively. Both sides of the ball, he's dynamic.
Just flying around that field. Grable takes a bump from behind, but they say play on. Sanchez loses it to Chavez. Escueta knocks it, deflects out of play. So the Blast will have it with 29 seconds left. So we'll see if the Wave can hold off the Blast for these last 30 seconds here in the third period. And then if they can get the next goal, then maybe they would get some true momentum in this game. Poked away there, Correa, nice effort. He kept it in play too with 10 seconds. Rodriguez serves it long to his counterpart, Jerry Perez. And that'll do it for the third period. Blast outscore the Wave 2-1 in the third. We go to the fourth. It's Baltimore 6, Milwaukee 2.
Milwaukee Wave gear is here. I love that. I'll take that one. Oh, hey, the new soccer ball. Hey, Brad, I'm ready to check out here. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take one of these bags, too. How much, my friend? Ooh, okay, I got that. Right here in cold hard cash. There. What, is my money no good here? Oh, my gosh, I totally forgot Panther Arena is cashless. Ooh. What about my Educators Credit Union Milwaukee Wave debit card? Will that work here? Awesome. You too can get your very own Educators Credit Union Milwaukee Wave debit card. Go to any of the 23 locations across southeastern Wisconsin or visit ecu.com online. And you too can become a member. What's the problem here, Brad? What do you mean decline? Scan it again, please. Oh my goodness. Educators Credit Union, achieving more together. Let's go Wave.
My dog Georgette was diagnosed with cancer. After her treatment, we would pass Chick-fil-A. I started seeing Mr. Brian often. She would get her little treat of whipped cream.
We recognize each other, Georgette and I do. That particular day, Elaine pulls up. She said, Georgette is cancer-free.
I came around the corner with Georgette in my car, saw all the employees out there just like clapping and cheering. I started getting really emotional because I was just like, that's so nice.
We love all our customers that come through. This one just happens to have 4 legs. Congratulations, Georgette.
Six to 2, the Baltimore Blast leading the Milwaukee Wave here in game 1 of this best of 3 Ron Newman Cup MASL playoff semifinal series. Wave outshot the Blast 9-3 in the third, so they have a 23-15 edge through the first 3 periods. But
well, no arena, no problem, Tom. No problem. This is getting old, man.
And, you know, so we talked about the outset, Art. It was the same situation coming in the 23 semifinal series between these clubs. Baltimore shut out of their home venue, the Towson University Arena there in Towson, Maryland. And so the whole series played in Milwaukee. No problem for the Blast back then as they took 2 straight, 5-4 in overtime and 5-3 in game 2. And here tonight in game 1, 6-2. Anything particular the Wave might be able to do here?
And they need to get the next goal. That's for sure.
And that would give them at least a 2-goal run. And again, maybe, you know, generate a little bit of significant momentum here. They were down 6-1 until Oscar Flores scored in a spectacular individual effort at 13:38 of the third. The assist going to Sean Escueta. All right, Jerry Perez, the goalkeeper, moving up as Max Ferdinand controls. Flores fires a shot on the goal! I don't know if Ian Bennett got a touch on it or not.
No, he didn't. In fact, it looked like Sela provided a screen for Flores that time. And the Wave with a quick one here in the fourth cuts it to 3.
59 seconds into the fourth, and Oscar Flores now with a couple of goals here in the last 3 minutes of play.
Watch right there, the shot goes right between the legs of Omar Sela. Right there, right through the 5-hole. It actually deflected a little bit off of Sela and changed direction.
Max Ferdinand will get the assist. Yep. Not easy for a goalkeeper when it's put through the 5-hole of the defender in front of him. So, the Wave now has scored 2 in a row to make it 6-3. If they can get the next one, things might really start to get interesting here. Nascimento.
And Nascimento is just solid back there in the back for Baltimore. Not the fastest guy, but positionally, he's outstanding.
Seemingly always in the right spot and uses that size to be able to take possession as Nico Williams is down. He took a hard knock against that far wall. And again, hopefully he's okay. Nico, the Chicago area native, who is now in his second year with the team. Won't turn 28 until this upcoming July 28th. Had a fantastic goal, the goal that made it 5-1 in favor of the Blast in the third period. And so both teams otherwise will go to their bench while they tend to Nico on the field. Again, game 2 of the series and a potential knockout game will be on Monday, April 13th, this upcoming Monday. Go to MilwaukeeWave.com for tickets and info. MilwaukeeWave.com, your source for everything Wave. And then St. Louis and San Diego will battle in the other semifinal series, April 17th in St. Louis and April 19th at the Front Wave Arena in Oceanside, California. St. Louis defeating the Kansas City Comets in the first round to advance to the semifinals. kind of a disappointing end of the season for the Comets. High expectations for them coming into the season. And they got off to a fast start by defeating the Ambush a couple of times to start the year. But St. Louis gradually gained momentum during the course of the season. And the Comets just kind of reached a plateau and really couldn't get over the hump there as Nico Williams comes off again. Hopefully Nico's going to be okay. He took a tough knock there. But as we said, AK, that'll be a good matchup there with St. Louis and San Diego. You got San Diego, the legacy team of indoor soccer, along with the Wave and the Blast, perennial champions, seemingly. Well, 16-time champions, so maybe not perennial, but a lot of championships, against the team that never even won a MASL playoff series until this year. But I'm sure the Ambush will be ready for them. Wave controlling as they go left to right. Now Perez with Rivera chasing. So Blast is not just going to sit back in sixth attack defense mode. Here comes Perez off the wall, lays it back. Alvarez with a shot, blocked in front, rebound, follow. Oh, Mario had a great chance there. Blast trying to come out of there with it. Rivera's going to get called for pushing off on a penalty.
Going to be a blue card.
Wow.
On Pereira as well. The Wave's going to have a big opportunity here with 12:45 left to make this one a little bit closer.
Baltimore, number 19, 2 minutes charging.
First penalty against the Blast, second in the contest. Comes at 2:15 of the fourth period as Juan Pereira will go to the box. 2 minutes for elbowing. All right, let's see if the Wave can take advantage. Alvarez fires a shot and blocked, rebound, follow! Super Mario puts it on the board! Power play goal for Milwaukee, it's now 6-4.
Well, that only took 9 seconds for the Wave to capitalize on the power plays. It was Alvarez with the initial shot, it was blocked and it came right back to him. And he fired one past Rodriguez.
Made no mistake with that second try. Blast takes a time, and the crowd is back into it now here in Milwaukee. We'll take a break, 12:35 left to go in game one of this best-of-3 series.
Save $100 on a complete pair. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
The Ambassador, Milwaukee's landmark Art Deco hotel, is the official hotel of your Milwaukee Wave and the perfect place to meet up with family or friends before or after the game.
Hey, Abby. I see the whole band's here. Are you guys going to take the shuttle down to the game? Yeah. Love it.
Enjoy free parking and shuttle service to and from Panther Arena when you dine before the game. The Ambassador, the official hotel of your Milwaukee Wave.
My dog Georgette was diagnosed with cancer. After her treatment, we would pass Chick-fil-A. I started seeing Mr. Bryan often. She would get her little treat of whipped cream.
We recognize each other, Georgette and I do. That particular day, Elaine pulls up. She said, Georgette is cancer-free.
I came around the corner with Georgette in my car, saw all the employees out there just like clapping and cheering. I started getting really emotional because I was just like, that's so nice.
We love all our customers that come through. This one just happens to have 4 legs. Congratulations, Georgette.
So the Wave has got it back to within 6-4 after being down 6-1 late in the third period. New for 2026, it's Soccer Signal. Staff writer Joseph Reyna and veteran coach Mark Linton explain the game with perspectives from both sides of the glass in the MASL's newest show, Soccer Signal, with in-depth data analysis, comprehensive breakdowns, and exclusive interviews from coaches around the league. Don't miss Soccer Signal every other Thursday on MASL TV. Also catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV, on YouTube, and CBS Sports Golazo Network. Alex Bastavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. Big save there by Jerry Perez off the top of the arc restart. Well, let's see if the Wave can dig in defensively after scoring 3 straight to get back in this contest. Grable pushing up on a 3v3 in the middle of Esqueta. Sean trying to get through the defenders, couldn't do it, but he gets it back.
Good play by Esqueta to hold it up and back it out. The Wave with 3 goals over a 4-minute span, by the way, to get themselves back in this one.
And almost changing the whole platoon there to get back on offense. Flores contested by Pereira. Never saw him coming, but he keeps the ball. Now Max Ferdinand across for Sanchez. Alex looking for a shooting lane. Got it on the left foot. And he got under it, put it out of play. 11:39 left to go. A quick distribution there as the Wave hustles back. Kevon Frater now tried to play it out, taking away Alex Steinwasser. Alex 1-on-5, and he will back it up. So Milwaukee trying to keep the momentum here. Again, practically changing the whole lineup from offense to defense here with the 6th attacker mode. Again, they've still got the goalkeeper Perez in there. He's along the boards to the near side at midfield, but he is obviously pressing up in attacking mode. 7 goals during the regular season for Jerry Perez as a goalkeeper. Nobody else had any close. Uh-oh, giveaway here. Pereira looking downfield. Frater trying to get the empty net. Checked off the play by Max, and good job by Max to even clear it out of there momentarily. But now Baltimore gets it back.
Wave has an attacking team when they have the ball, and then they switch off into a defensive team. Right now, the attacking team is caught on the field here to try to win the ball back.
Pereira with it. His pass knocked away by Ian Bennett. Rodriguez will have to play it outside the penalty area.
Sanchez mistimed his jump there, trying to win the ball back.
Sanchez taken away.
2v1.
Now 2-1 with Flores. Sanchez coming in. Oh,
he tried
to play the
pass. He should have shot.
Wellington Maroons with it now for the Blast. And he'll play it back. Alex a little too unselfish that time. Alex Sanchez. Alex Steinwasser right now trying to win it back for Milwaukee. Stuart Grable with it, and he's dumped from behind by Omar Sila. I don't believe anybody's in foul trouble. Again, in the MASL, you get 3 personals in each half. Your 4th equals a blue card, and you're only allowed 6 personals for the whole game. So Milwaukee will set it up with the extra attacker. Perez. Attempted shot was blocked. Blast trying to clear. Perez will get it. Jerry Perez, still just 21 years old, from Round Lake, Illinois. First year with the Wave, his 2nd year in pro soccer. He was with the Chicago Mustangs of MLIS last year. Hain to Perez. Jerry trying to get it far post, but he's off the mark. I'm not sure there was a pass or a shot, but it didn't get close to anything. However, Carvalho able to retrieve it. Now Alvarez in the middle, Hain. Carvalho centering, no, Bennett couldn't get it. Rebound, Perez with a goalie out. Shot on goal! Ian Bennett! And it's now a 1-goal game!
Well, the Wave keeping the attacking pressure on, and they just overloaded the box with numbers that time. And Ian Bennett was right in the middle and finished that one off after Perez missed an easy one at the far post. But look at the numbers for the Wave. 1, 2, 3 in the box. And Baltimore kind of standing around watching play happen. And it's Ian Bennett with a big tally there to make it a 1-goal game with plenty of time. 8:48 left in this one.
Wallace score that time, maybe unintentional, but it worked out that way. Bennett with his second of this playoffs. And for Ian now in his decorated career, 48 MASL playoff goals in 38 games. Chad Porch, shot blocks. Good job by Escueta to quickly get back and block that shot. And Jerry Perez with the assist. Perez, of course, the goalkeeper. Steinwasser, Alex chips it ahead. Stuart Grable trying to run with Escueta. And eventually the Wave gets it back. Well
Good
done
play
there.
by Stuart Grable to keep possession, and the Wave can start again.
Who would have thought late in the third the Wave would be making a bid to possibly tie this thing up? It was in complete control by the Baltimore Blast. They led it 6-1, now it's 6-5. Flores to the corner, touches it back. Perez drives it across. Flores trying to get the rebound, and it's nudged out of there by Bermuse. He bent down. He knocked it away from the goalkeeper, Rodriguez, who was bending down to get it.
Waves got to take their time and let Perez get forward.
Still got 7:40 to go in this game. Flores turns. He'll fire one, and it deflects out of play. He was looking for Bennett.
It's going to be a corner kick with official timeout.
That will bring us to our immediate timeout. Don't go anywhere, fans. 7:31 left to go here in Milwaukee. It's Baltimore 6, the Wave 5 on MASL TV.
No person may take from the wild or possess a live native reptile or amphibian.
6-5, the Blast leading the Wave with 7:31 left to go here in the fourth quarter, game one of this best of three Ron Newman Cup MASL semifinal series playoff. Disagree with the call tonight? You might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review with Phil Levanko and MASL head referee Ryan Sigich. Catch it every Friday on YouTube. All right, Milwaukee with the restart. Corner kick coming from their near side zone to the right.
Watch for Sanchez to try to loop around here. Bennett run through.
Carvalho tried to send it in, broken up. Blast trying to nudge it ahead as the goalkeeper Perez retreats. And Carvalho eventually able to get there. Here comes Ricardo. Knocking it up into the zone. Pereira off his knee. Back to the goalkeeper Rodriguez. Quickly fires out far side. Chad Porch tried to drill the diagonal pass. Broke it up. Max Ferdinand running up to it. Now Alex Steinwasser does it ahead. Sean Escueta coming in, but Nascimento there to head it away. The Squid out of Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, a near Milwaukee suburb. Right along the lake on the north side.
Good work that time by Escueta and Correa to keep possession and start the Wave attack once again.
So, Blast, I think they might have one shot on goal so far this period, but Milwaukee
That was when Perez had to make a big save.
Yep. Off the restart. Max Ferdinand with it. Now there's the aforementioned Jerry Perez. He's been on since the start of the second half. Blast at a 4-1 halftime lead. Max Ferdinand to the middle. Flores fires a shot. The flex just wide.
That was a good look by Flores. He had Carvalho to his left side, though, wide open. They got to find Carvalho on that off wing.
Flores, Perez, Alvarez thought about shooting. Now Ferdinand, Perez, and puts it up and over. Jerry was trying to toe poke that one. He just got underneath it. And
they looked to the far wing. They got Carvalho wide open.
And Ricardo is a great finisher if you can get it there to him. Perez with it. Looks like the Blast is ramping up the upfield pressure here as Tony Walls tried to battle through, and Baltimore got it back this time. That time the Blast applying a little more pressure as the Wave tried to bring it up. Perez backs up to get this one. And the Wave once again gets their sixth attacking offense on the field. Ferdinand to Perez. Jerry coming to it to the corner. Fires a shot just wide. He had a tough angle. Sanchez gets it back. Again, they swing it around to Ferdinand. Max is thinking about it. He'll roll one far post. Rebound Sanchez! Oh, and a block by Thompson. Wave keeps it alive, though. Great play by Alvarez. Now Ferdinand. Payne turning shot.
My.
Oh, he had a great look, but couldn't find the target in a foul called on Andre.
Yeah, Hayne coming within an eyelash of tying this game up. And then he commits a smart tactical foul to stop Baltimore from counterattacking.
That was a hard rebound, and the Blast would have been off and running. Oh, he made the turn, AK. We've seen Andre bury that one a few times, but unfortunately not that time. That one looked like it came off the forearm of Esqueda. No call. They take away Steinwasser.
Good decision by Javi. Well played.
Now there's Alex Steinwasser over to Javi. Now Alvarez with Chad Porch running at him. Mario under pressure. Porch tremendously fast and speedy. And good job by Mario just to get it out of there. Mello tried to turn and play it in. Now Porch. Thompson. Oh, he didn't miss by much to the short side. Blast is going to keep the pressure on. And a great sliding tackle by Mello. Wave still trying to knock it back upfield. Baltimore has definitely ramped up the pressure now. Here in the last couple of minutes, the defensive pressure. Oh!
Wave's got a timeout if they need it.
Redirection straight on from Thompson, and Perez happened to be in the right place at the right time. This time, Baltimore backs off. But that was a good minute and a half of unrelenting pressure there by the Blast. Flores tried to pass it near side, broken up. Who else? Nascimento.
Wave's got tired personnel on the field right now.
Good step up there by Alvarez. Nascimento touches it forward. Tony Walls will head it across. And now gets it back from Sanchez. So 3:15 left to go. Wave on a 4-goal run, but they still trail it 6-5. Max Ludwig comes on now to give a breather for somebody in that unit.
Ferdinand.
And that pass deflected and picked up by Rodriguez. Rolls it out to Thompson. Sanchez with pressure. Now Milwaukee eventually gets it back. Ludwig in the middle. Ludwig getting pressure from Frater. And Frater takes it away. Kavan Frater with a drive off the inboard and
take a timeout.
Perez able to get it, and they do call the foul against the Blast. And I think you're right, AK. I think the Wave is probably pretty close to calling timeout. If nothing else, I think they might need to give Perez a breather. Well, they're going to play on. Quickly up for Andre Hayne. Andre, who almost tied it up a couple of minutes ago. They work it near side. Ludwig was going to go off for a change, but nobody came out. Uh-oh, this could be trouble here as the Wave is retreating. Far wing Ludwig finds Hayne. Drops it back for Alvarez. Baltimore really keeping the pressure on. Now Andre able to turn. Up for
what a flick.
Perez coming. He rolls it far side. Carvalho with it. Boy, they just haven't been able to get it to Ricardo for a good look on that far side.
Still got 2 minutes to go here.
If the Wave could tie it up, and it stayed that way till the end of regulation. We'd have overtime. Max with a giveaway. Fortunately for Mello, he didn't really have a chance to launch downfield. With 1:40 to go. Ferdinand for Perez. Jerry will launch a shot. Just missing far.
Rodriguez got a tip on that and made a great save.
Alvarez tried to get it through in the angle, but it was broken up. Now 1:25 left to go. Carvalho sends it across. Ferdinand. Max trying to get a shot. He rolls it through. Rebound. Carvalho sends it back in. Broken up. Thompson trying to move it upfield. Alvarez steps up. Here's Mario with a shot. Save made by Rodriguez.
Rodriguez standing tall here.
Yes, he is. Turn it around. Oh, on the pass from Haney and Bennett. Couldn't quite find it inside the far post. With 50 seconds left to go. Now Perez back in the attack. They go over the top off the inboard. Carvalho tried to punch it through and covered up by Rodriguez. Clock ticking, 40 seconds. Baltimore not going to use their timeout as Rodriguez fires it downfield. Steinwasser with pressure from Porch. And eventually the Wave gets it out, 30 seconds left to go. They're going to have to try to see if they can shuffle some other personnel in the field. They do. 20 seconds ago as Perez has it. Jerry looking around but not getting much help. They give it up. And look out here, Pereira toward the empty net. He's going to score. And that's going to wrap it up for the Blasts. 7-5 with 11 seconds left to go. Well, it was a valiant effort by the Wave to try to get back here, but unfortunately...
Surprised the Wave didn't use a timeout unless they didn't have one. Because there were a couple opportunities to give some guys a break there.
14:49, the time of the score for Pereira, who I think is going to be our offensive player of the game. 2 goals, 2 assists. Well, Wave made it a lot more interesting than it was looking like earlier, as this one sent wide at the buzzer. Baltimore takes game 1 by the score of 7-5, but it turned out to be pretty dramatic down the stretch here. And at least from the Milwaukee standpoint, maybe generate a little momentum, offensive momentum, going into Monday night's game. But credit Baltimore. The Blast came in here, executed very well. For the most part, had control of this game. And save for the late bid by the Wave with the 6th attacker, they pretty much had control of this thing. 7-5 victory. Some quick post-game thoughts, AK.
Well, I think going into game 2, you're going to have to go with how you ended this one. You know, I think it's got to be Perez in goal. That helps your attack. It helps your defense, too. You're able to control the tempo. And the problem is you fall behind Baltimore early on, they just lock you down. And if it wouldn't have been to the move to Perez, it would have been, you know, a blowout.
Yeah, good point. It's always tough to play from behind, and especially against a team like Baltimore. And, you know, it was looking good early when Milwaukee scored that first goal. One of the problems, one of the issues for the Wave as of late has been the falling behind quickly. Well, they got the lead, but then it was the next 6 goals to Baltimore, and the Wave just could not come back from that.
Pereira with 5 points on the afternoon, 2 goals and 3 assists. Wow.
So big effort by Juan Pereira, one of the main superstars in this league. And he came up big tonight. Oscar Flores leading the late charge for the Wave with a couple of goals. And it was really his goal at near the end of the 3rd period that kind of got the momentum started back for Milwaukee. That made it 6-2. And then Flores again 59 seconds into the 4th period to make it 6-3. Alvarez and Bennett would follow with goals at 2:25 and 6:12 respectively to draw the Wave within 1. And really, Art, they had a great chance to tie it up. Andre Hain with about, I would say, 6 minutes to go, maybe about 5. He got a ball in the middle of the box, turning shot. And we've seen Andre bury that shot with the left foot many times, and unfortunately he was just off the frame.
And then Ian Bennett as well.
Yeah. So you get a goal there to tie it up, and who knows. But, again, good effort. And obviously the fans ended up seeing what turned out to be a great game at the end. Let's send it down to Van McNeil.
Down here on the field with our Professional Construction Incorporated hardest working player of the game. All right, Saucy. Number 10, Mario Alvarez. It's a rough one, huh?
It really was. But, I mean, we got him back on Monday, so we're going to do it for the fans. Hopefully everybody can come through. Going to get the big dub. 2 in a row.
It's always going to be a battle like this when Baltimore comes around. What adjustments into game 2 here? What do we got to do?
A little more energy and a little more clinical on the ball, and got to finish our chances. Because, we were back and forth, like you said, it's a good team, but I know our team got to even better.
Marcio was talking about those little things again, those little details that add up in a quick amount of time. When Baltimore is all over you like that, I mean, that makes things even tougher. Baltimore is going to bring it in a game like this.
Oh, yeah. Baltimore is a good squad, like you said, but we fixed those little details. I know we're going to get 2 wins on Monday, so hopefully everybody comes back. We're going to do it for you guys.
All right, our hardest working player of the game. Thank you, Mario.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Mr. Mario Alvarez. Tom and Art, back up to you.
All right, thanks, Van. Thanks, Mario. So 7-5 our final in favor of the Baltimore Blast. They take a 1-0 lead in this best of 3 MASL Ron Newman Cup semifinal series. And as you heard Mario say, game 2 will be here Monday night, 6:35 Central Time, 7:35 Eastern Time. And if the Wave can win game 2 against the Blast, that would force a knockout game, a 15-minute knockout game. And right now, AK Wave is hoping it could be deja vu all over again, coming off that series with the Strikers when they had to do the same thing. But I think we're moving up a level of challenge, perhaps.
Yeah, we are. Yes, we are.
So, all right, great stuff. We'll see you Monday, buddy. And for the entire production crew here at Panther Arena, and for our producer Ian Thompson, Tom Wynn wishing you a good one. Once again, our final score today here in game 1, the Baltimore Blast 7, the Milwaukee Wave 5. Don't forget, go to MilwaukeeWave.com for tickets and info regarding game 2. That's Monday night, April 13th here at 6:35 Central Time. So until then, Tom Wynn wishing everybody a good one. You've been watching MASL TV.